Okay, so yesterday I made a video, and there was a almost real close accident happening there. And I said, no, you couldn't see it, but I didn't realize it. Yeah, I could. Some of it was able to be seen on, my camera. Yeah, anyway. So today I'm going to get my mail and do a few things, and I've got a lot of thoughts on my mind about the recent events and not so recent events. These things have been going on for years. But I was watching, when I'm talking about all those mass shootings, and they're calling them different things, each one, but overall domestic terrorism. And I've got a lot of thoughts on this, and I have all this while. I mentioned in that video, one of my videos, that I would make videos after them but never publish them. Not all of them though, but okay, but some of them I would. And this, one of the more recent ones, was really too close to home. As in right now, I'm in Allen, Texas, which is where I get my mail. Yeah. If you know anything much about it, you would understand what I'm talking about. Okay, I'm not sure why, but my phone is kind of messing up. Anyway, so I don't know what, it was yesterday when I made those videos. I don't know when I'll put this video up. I might just put it in the sneak peek one, and I'm kind of rambling to start it all off. But I've done another video, and it's probably, it'll be going out in a couple of hours, make it public. And it was about narcissistic behavior or toxic or bad behavior, any kind of, negative behavior that goes unchecked. Nobody's saying, no, that's wrong, or nobody even knows what that person is thinking. Okay, because that person had learned, maybe really young, there's more than one way this can happen, but learned to not express their opinions when they were a child. And so they kept to themselves. They were loners. Some people call hermits. I'm not saying every loner or every hermit is narcissistic, but you get what I'm saying. And when they get older, they're kind of misfits, and just say strange things, but they believe that their opinion is the only one, the only right one, their way of being. They think that they're right. They don't know that they're wrong because they never have had anybody to tell them that they're wrong. Now, that's not in everything, of course. I can't say they don't know right from wrong at all, but I'm talking about their opinions, their views, like I said. And they might just find people, like on the internet or something, that disagree with them. So they don't really have had nobody to check them and say, no, this is wrong. Don't do it. Don't say it. Whatever. You see what I'm saying? And I also want to mention here that in this video, this is going to be definitely kind of stream of consciousness video. That of something else that's come to my mind is that when people are taught these days, and you hear a lot of this these days, that nobody should shame someone. No one should cause someone to feel shame or shame them for doing what they're doing or make them feel guilty. Now, I can understand if somebody is narcissistic and it's the narcissistic person who's trying to shame the person who's not. Yeah, but the other way around. And I had read some research on this. I don't have it in front of me, and I don't even know if I could find it. And I read it not too long ago. I didn't read all of it, but it was about why for some people who are kind of narcissistic, shaming them is it's not going to help. Okay, you got that? But it's I don't think it said anything about like it would make them worse, but it wasn't going to help, I believe. Could be wrong, so I'm not going to cite it because I don't have it in front of me, and I don't know if I could find it again. But yeah, and I've seen this like on TV shows of, oh, you shouldn't shame me, or you shouldn't say to someone to make them think that they are guilty of doing what they actually did. Okay, seriously. It was like, there's no fault. There's nothing anybody should ever feel guilty for doing. I don't know about all this. And when I said I don't know about all this, I don't need anybody to tell me about all this, okay? But it's something kind of new, a bit, not shame and guilt, they're not new, but the whole attitude of you can't point out something that somebody's done wrong. If they're not saying that they've done it wrong, they're not admitting that they've done it wrong, they're doing it wrong, and nobody should tell them that they're doing it wrong. You see, boy, that was probably difficult to understand. Because it is difficult for me to understand why if you go to some place and they do something, they charge you wrong on something, you tell them you charge you wrong. But these days, some people seem to think that's trying to shame somebody. That's trying to make somebody feel guilty. I don't get all that. I really don't get all that. That's just like, what? You just going to accept it? Somebody does something wrong to you, just say, okay, you just charge me wrong, and that's okay. I don't want to shame you. I don't want to tell you that you did wrong because that might make you feel bad. Really? Honestly, what is this new kind of thing? And maybe I just don't understand it enough. I'm saying relatively new. In my 56 years, I don't understand it enough to what really are people trying to say. Seriously, and who's putting it out there? It doesn't seem like it would be, to me it seems like it would be somebody who is abusive would try to put that out there, to never tell anybody they've done wrong, all the while, abusive people that's what they constantly do. At least some of them, not all of them. It's not a one-size-fits-all kind of thing. So the gist of what I'm saying is this, that there seems to be this movement these days that people are not supposed to do anything that might cause the other person to feel guilt or shame, even if the person should feel guilt and shame. I don't know about this, because how is a person's behavior ever going to be checked? How is a person ever going to learn that their behavior is wrong when it's wrong? Now I'm talking about when it is actually wrong. Okay, how are they going to learn if nobody should say anything? Nobody should tell them. I mean, think about not just this moment where people still know what is right and what's wrong. What if this develops over time to where everything is okay? Nobody's ever wrong. No matter what they do, they're always right. And there's nothing to say in the society to say, no, that's wrong, and there's nobody who would, because it's become part of the culture, part of the whole view is to never say anything and just to be open to all kinds of thoughts. And people don't always have good thoughts. They don't have good ways. They don't have good, they could be very harmful to people. I worry that that's becoming a movement. That's becoming it is, in a way. It really, where anybody can say and do whatever they want to say and do, and there's no consequences to their actions. So, now that's my opinion on it. That's how I see it. What about you? How do you see it? Leave a comment below. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video up now. It was rambling, much more than usual. But yeah, I'm curious how other people see it. Is this what they see? That it's becoming a world that's more narcissistic, more, more abusive, where abuse is allowed, is okay. What do you think? Leave a comment below. Talk to you on another video.